Hey guys, it's Silver Snorlax, and the awesomeness you see in front of you is PSA round 10. This is a huge round. I've got 80 PSA cards stacked up in front of me. Those were submitted by 18 different users, so I've got a lot going on with this particular round. Just to let you know now, because of the size of the round, I'm actually going to have to do multiple uploads just to get through it all. So I'm going to break down everybody's cards. You're going to be in video segments, so just keep your eyes on the channel. I'm going to try and upload them a couple hours apart, and then at the very end of it, I'm going to have a giveaway video for everybody who was involved. As a lot of you now know, I posted a video about this. That's how giveaways are generally run on this channel now. Whenever you submit to me to PSA, you'll be entered in a giveaway, and we just kind of take it from there. And of course, for those of you who can't afford or don't want to send to PSA, I will be running giveaways for those of you not interested as well. They'll be done sporadically throughout the channel, but you'll have those too. So fair for everyone, fun for everyone, and that's what I'm looking for. Everybody wins. So I'm going to go ahead and get into the cards. Like I state generally at the beginning and end of all these videos, if you're interested in sending to me for PSA reasons, just drop me a PM. That's the best way to do it. So don't be afraid to do that either. So I can give you all the information pertaining to that so you can be involved in one of these really awesome videos and probably one of the giveaways. Again, giveaway video will be uploaded after all these parts are uploaded. So let's go ahead and get into the important stuff, the actual returns themselves. I'm going to start with this big old pile right here. Got a number of different users in that particular pile. So I'm just going to collect all the cards that I have. Alright, let's go ahead and break them down. First user I had send with me is Pandather, who's a new guy. Lots of new guys sending. First card he sent was a Megalocannon Jirachi full art, and I absolutely love the card. Absolutely fell in love with it when he first sent it to me. I thought it was awesome. I love how Jirachi looks. That color on the background is like a real deep royal purple, and it's a Gem Mint 10, so you can't do any better than that. Next thing he sent was a Blastoise from Plasma Gale. Came back as a Mint 9. I've always loved how the Charizard and the Blastoise look from this particular set. I get a lot of them sent to me, so definitely not the last one I'm going to be seeing, I know that much. Full Art Colress. You can see there. I'm real big on the full arts myself. I love looking at them. Colress looks awesome. And last one he sent was a full art Skyla, which is a big one among collectors. A lot of people really seem to like how the Skyla full art looks, both the Japanese and the English versions. This one's Japanese, obviously, and it came back as a Gem Mint 10. Cool stuff there. Next guy I had send with me is zzpibzz. That's zzpibzz. And he sent a number of cards that I actually rather like. First one he sent me was a Japanese Charizard from Rocket, holographic. I actually own this in English. It's a first edition Gem Mint 10, and it's a really cool card. Certainly cool to add to your collection. Like seeing the Japanese version as well. Next up is a Mint 9 Blaine's Charizard, which is a card I've seen come through a couple times, both English and Japanese. It's a nice card, nice artwork. And then probably my favorite card, probably one of my favorite cards of all time, as a matter of fact, is this Blaine's Arcanine. And it really, more than anything, it's the artwork, that background artwork, how you can see that kind of fiery swirl in the background, as if Arcanine was using Flamethrower or something like that. Like just that swirled look and how Arcanine himself looks. That's really cool. I really like the card. This one came back as a near Mint 8, but just the card itself is so cool. I've seen both the English and the Japanese versions, and I just love it. Every time I see it, I just fall in love with the artwork all over again. So really glad I had that come through me and through the channel so I could show you guys. One of my all-time faves. Alright, let's see who's next here. Next guy, I got another new sender. I believe it's pronounced Omnomnivores, which is like an awesome username. I love it. Had 4 cards sent. The first one being a Gold Star Vaporeon from Power Keepers. Came back as a Mint 9. I see this card, this particular Vaporeon comes through me every so often. It's a very popular Gold Star. But the Gold Star I see the most out of all of them, I think, is Mew Gold Star. I almost always get a Mew Gold Star in every round I do. His came back as near mint 8. It's a very popular card and real big with a lot of collectors. So nice to see that one. That's the English version. Plasma Storm, Charizard, mint 9, which a lot of people have actually PM'd me and asked me this because I'll send out grades ahead of time to all the users. And every card I've sent from Plasma Storm has come back as a 9 or below. And people ask, why is that? Why aren't there Gem Mint 10s? The reason behind that is how the cards have been cut. Almost all of the cards from Plasma Storm weren't cut quite right. The cards themselves might be perfect otherwise, but like you can see there, that top gold border, you can see it a little better at the corner. See how small that is? Now compare it to the bottom corner. See how much gold there is? They're just off-centered. That's all it is. The way a lot of those were done in English weren't cut quite right. So basically a lot of the cards will come back as 9 and below. So if you're getting a 9 graded from Plasma Storm, that's actually a very good thing. Because I've sent a number of Charizards actually and had them come back as near mid 8s. So if you're getting a 9, cause to celebrate. Last card he said was a Shining Raichu. I believe it's Unlimited. Yes, Unlimited Shining Raichu. Another card I see quite a bit of. Cool card, as always. I love seeing the Shining cards come through me, in particular because of how the artwork was done on them. The holographic part is actually the Pokemon themselves, and it's never the background, which I think is cool. That's a nice, unique twist they did at the time for that particular set of cards, so I really like that. Alright, next guy is a guy who's got quite a following on YouTube. The guy is Kevin Widjaja, which I believe that's how it's pronounced. Go check him out. I do post user channels down in the description below, so don't be afraid to check everybody out. See what they have going on. But he sent me 4 cards, and they all came back perfect. So I'll show you those. First one, I see every so often. This is another very popular card. Skyridge Charizard, his came back as Gem Mint 10. I generally don't get these cards in English on Gem Mint 10s, so getting Gem Mint 10 is pretty good. I've only seen a couple come through, so cool card. The whole card shines. Something cool about some of the e-reader card sets. They're big. Then these are e-card promos, or lottery promos. Sometimes they're referred to as lottery promos. We've got e-card promo Charizard, the big one out of the set. Gem Mint 10, the Blastoise. You get a couple of those that come through. And finally, the Venusaur. Venusaur I actually see very little of, which is surprising because some people want to get the whole set graded, but then they'll only send me Charizard and Blastoise, and I don't see the Venusaur. So this is pretty cool. I like seeing Venusaur. I like the artwork on Venusaur in particular. Of course, those were all perfect Gem Mint 10s. Alrighty, next guy I have up, it's TCG RK9. And he sent 4 different cards. We'll go over those. First one up was a Shining Magikarp. It's the unlimited version, came back as a near mint 8, which is pretty cool. I like how you can see those other Magikarp in the background. They all shine and glimmer a little bit, so that's really cool. Shining Charizard, again, we're getting back into what I mentioned earlier, how the Pokemon itself shines, but the background doesn't. So that's a very unique twist from Neo Destiny. And did Revelations do the same thing? I think they did. No, actually they didn't. No, they didn't, because Magikarp's from Revelation. So, cool card nonetheless. I get a lot of these as well. Shining Charizard, I get it all forms, first edition, unlimited, Japanese, you name it, I've had it. It's come through the channel, and I'm always happy to have them come through on particular rounds. And they are cards that sell very, very well, especially if you throw them up on eBay. At auction, you will get bids on them. I watch them from time to time. They almost always have bidders active on them, so really cool card for investment reasons as well. Next up, Flareon, Power Keepers, Gold Star 9. And Flareon's one of the more common Gold Stars I get out of the Evolutions trio. Vaporeon, Jolteon, Flareon. Flareon I see quite a bit of. We're happy to see him come back again. Reggie Rock EX Near Mint 7. That was the last one he sent. I'm actually rather happy to get an EX. I don't get a lot of EXs. They are a card group which is in kind of an odd place in the market right now because they're not new enough to be sold frequently and they're not old enough to be considered something highly collectible. They fall into kind of an odd placement in terms of Pokemon cards, but the good news about that is at some point in time they will become old enough that they'll spark something with collectors that will make them want to be collected. So long term, I believe getting EX cards graded, not a bad idea. So you don't see a lot of them online, but I would imagine in the next few years you will in fact see something about them. They will start to pick up and sell. That's not unusual for a lot of cards. Alright, last user I got for this particular round is Light738. He sent 2 cards off. First one he had sent off was a Call of Legends Entei. I believe that's the shiny version. You can see by the color scheme on Entei's face. And he got an 8.5. 8.5, I've actually never had that grade come through on this channel, if I'm not mistaken. I don't see them hardly at all online either. Generally, when PSA gives an 8.5, and it's really rare, I gotta admit, it's really rare to get an 8.5 or anything with a 0.5 grade on it. That generally means they're leaning a little more towards mint, but they think there may be 1 or 2 things off with it that it falls into the near mint category. I checked out the back of it. There doesn't look to be any real serious corner damage except for that top left. Obviously light, when you get your card back you'll be able to see it. Corner's a little bit off, but not enough to be considered near mint, but it's pretty close to mint. So the surface of it and the front of it looks immaculate, so awesome job there. And last card, probably one of my favorite cards from when I was a kid. This is just a movie promo Dragonite. They were incredibly popular back when the first movie came out. And matter of fact, you can see, let's see if I can zoom up a little bit, see if I can't get it to focus. It says, the WB presents Pokemon, the first movie. It's a little hard to see on camera. But I remember being really drawn in by this card when I was a kid. I just thought it was so cool looking. To look, just the way the artwork was done and how Dragonite has a little mailbag. And that does pertain to the movie, if I'm not mistaken. There was a Dragonite in it that had a mailbag. Been several years since I've seen that movie, but I'm pretty sure that's exactly what it pertains to. So, awesome card, awesome first chunk of this round. We've got 3 more stacks of cards to go. A couple of big orders, a lot of smaller orders. That first stack was mostly smaller orders. But we'll look at all the rest of the cards in upcoming videos, so you guys can check those out because they are awesome. So much awesome stuff this round. I'm so excited about it. And again, I'll point it out now, if you're interested in PSA sending, send me a PM so I can get the ball rolling a little bit on all of that stuff, because there's a lot that goes into it. So awesome first round of cards for PSA returns number 10, and you guys will be seeing the subsequent parts uploaded in the next few hours here. So stick around, guys, and thanks for watching.